Hi everyone, so today I'm back with another foundation review and I'm yet again going to use something that I own, but I just want to put it to the test just to see how much of a good foundation it is, because those that I currently have I pretty much really love. So yeah, again another drugstore product. I'll be using the L'Oreal True Match foundation in the old packaging. When it first came out in this old packaging, I picked up two at one go because I loved it so much. So yeah, when this finishes I'll get it in the new packaging and I might do just an updated post on how I feel about it if there are any changes. But yep, I'll be using this one. I'll insert a picture right about now of how it looks like now. So yeah, these are the claims of the foundation. It's supposed to be ultra-fine pigments that precisely match the tone of your skin, hence True Match. But I think that aside, foundations tend to be one of those things that really is quite fickle, but I find this True Match range to be one of the broader ones in the drugstore. And yep, I'm in golden beige. This is the color that I'm wearing and have been wearing since I first picked it up. I will just be applying half of my face with a kabuki brush and the other half with a damp beauty sponge. So we'll see the comparisons of how it applies. So as you can see, the state of my skin is as such. Actually, my acne kind of calmed down a bit. It's post-period, so those red dots are developing dark spots and existing dark spots are there. I have slight redness in my cheeks, but other than that it's just the redness from the blemishes. So yep, that's how my skin is. So anyways, I'm just gonna put a single pump on the back of my hand using the kabuki brush. It's kind of dirty, but whatever. So that's just a single dab and you can see neutralized, and that's how much I love it. Just like that, and it's neutralized. Just gonna finish what's at the back of my hand. So to sort of add coverage, you can go over the areas. If you have really prominent acne scars, what I suggest is you take the product and you dab it. Yep, and that tends to do the job. And for people who don't really like liquid foundation, I know that's kind of unheard of, but in Singapore and amongst my friends and family, there are a lot of people that have really good skin and don't like using liquid foundation. But as you can see on the side, I mean, your skin may not be as bad as mine, but look at the discoloration here, the unevenness in skin tone from the sides of your face to the center, I guess the general discoloration. You can see darkness under your eyes, and then it doesn't really match up. So naturally our skin has all these quirks, and what liquid foundation does is it just neutralizes everything. I know some people like to use powder foundation, but actually powder is a lot worse for your skin. It clogs up your pores a lot more, even though it's a lot quicker. So I suggest if you do want a powder finish, set the liquid base with a powder product, but don't use powder straight off because it won't give you the desired coverage, and also you won't get even neutralization as a liquid foundation would. If you're looking for one in the drugstore, I highly suggest this one. So yeah, with the kabuki brush you can see it gives me a dewy complexion. It's not satin by any means, so because it's so liquidy, it actually could run down the back of my hand. It's not creamy, it's more liquid, so a little bit does go a long way with this one. So that's with one layer, and if you can see, the coverage it gives with the sponge isn't as good as the kabuki brush in my opinion. I had a lot more scarring on this side, yet on this side you can still see it. I find that with the beauty sponge it gives me a very skin-like finish, and also a very hydrated and easy, like an easy application, because it's just dabbing a sponge all over. You don't really need to work the brush into your skin. What this does for that foundation is gives you a very a very light application if you don't want too much. So I suggest for people who don't like to use liquid foundation, you can use this. But however, for me and my skin condition, I pretty much need about a medium coverage, and the sponge actually eats up more product than it applies onto your face. I'm just going to go over with a little more product and you can see how it builds up with the sponge. Now I'm going to apply it directly on the spot and then blend it away. So I spread it out here using the sponge. And that's how you get more coverage. You can try to apply everything, like just massage it into your face roughly, and if it's not precise whatever, then just use the sponge and go over. That's another way that I like to use this product. So yep, that's everything applied. Yep, so that's how it looks. Okay, so this is how the foundation looks far away, and it's pretty much just my skin but way better, and it gives me a very light sort of feel. It doesn't feel too heavy on my skin. Don't be fooled that it will be a very long lasting foundation. This is actually one of those that if you don't set under your eye or at the T-zone, it will wear away, but that's just the nature of liquid
foundations. And yeah, if you want it to be long lasting, it can be. It's not that it can't, but you have to use some sort of setting product.
So yes, I'm going to do the rest of my face and I'll walk you through what I did to make the True Match foundation a lot more long lasting. This won't be a dual check-in because I've already tried this foundation. I'm just going to tell you the things that I've done in order to make this one of my holy grail foundations and how I use it every day. Okay, and that's how my makeup looks like at the moment. I mean, everything's done, so if you want to know what the products that I use, I'll leave it in the description box below. But yeah, this is my, you know, slightly glammed up work look, but it's still work appropriate, and I think my skin looks really good. And as I applied the makeup, I would say one thing about drugstore foundations is that it doesn't really set as quickly as it should, because if you're rushing for the day and you don't let it fully set, it might rub. But if you give it a good 5 minutes before you apply everything, it won't. But yeah, I don't have that kind of time. So, and I would say this is buildable to full. You won't get a solid full, but you'll get a decent full coverage if you let it set sufficiently. That's all I really have to say. And if you do like this foundation, do give this a thumbs up, and also I'll leave a link to where you can purchase all these products. And also if you want true to color pictures of how the foundation looks on my face and how it holds up at the end of the day, I'll put it in the blog post below, which a direct link will link you to my blog. And yeah, I'll just take before and after pictures at the end of the day to show you how truly did it held up. So yeah, that's all I have to say, and if you have any requests for any other videos, leave it in the description box below and I'll try my best to get it done for you guys. So with that, I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye!